Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Brain Art. My name is Ranjit Saku and I'm going to talk about how to do a quick portrait using the right proportions and using a bit of maths to help us divide the page up a little bit more as well. So we're going to start off by basically drawing an upside down egg shape. It can be really rough. I'm not going too heavy with my pencil, quite a rough shape there. You can always tweak it with the rubber afterwards if you needed to. So once you've done the egg shape, you then need to start thinking about your lines. So first of all, I'm going to start off by doing a vertical line going from the top to the bottom of the egg shape. And then we've got to think about the halfway line going across the face. So using the fractions, we've done half there. Okay, so from there, we've got to think about where the nose line goes. So the kids did this in the Brain Art event that we did on the weekend, and they were able to answer this really well. So they were able to know the fact that the eyes go in the centre, the nose is about 3/4, and the mouth is about 7/8 of the way down the face. You then got to think about where your hairline starts. Now the hair doesn't start all the way there unless you're actually bald, but basically it usually starts about a quarter of the way up. Okay, so we've done a quarter, half, 3/4, and 7/8. Okay, now if you've seen my previous videos, you'll notice that I did how to draw the eyes, how to draw nose, how to draw mouth. Now, realistically, if you're going to do eyes, if you took your finger and actually worked out the distance between both your eyes, you'd realise it's actually the same as your eyes. So we're going to draw a dotted eye, if you see that really closely. So it looks a bit cyclopsally at the moment. So once we've done the dots for the eyes, we can then do our real eyes. So remember the squash lemon shape that I did in previous videos. An eye there, an eye there. Okay. We're then going to think about the nose. So remember the video I did before, doing the, if I'm just going to get a bit more close on that. The bird flapping its wings. And then lastly the mouth. Now the mouth is going to be a squashed M, like you saw in my previous video, followed by the semicircle underneath. Keep it always light, because if you always make a mistake, it's easy to rub it out. Okay, so you can always tweak it afterwards. So you've got the eyes, nose and mouth. I did there. Don't forget the eyebrows. They usually go roughly about there. Now there's ways of doing the eyebrows more specifically. You can actually use the line to flick the hair off. That's usually a good technique. So you use the line as a bit of a guide to do that. You can finish them off in more detail afterwards. And then your hairline. So if we're going for this, we can start there and then build it up. But before we do that, let's just add the ears. So you go from the halfway line and we stop at the 3/4 line. So where the nose goes. So there and there. Roughly that. And then from there to there. Okay, so we've got the ears. Looks a bit funny on that side, but we can tweak that afterwards with a bit rubbing out. And also, we've then going to now start thinking about doing the hair. Now, with females, we're going to go for a female on this one. You can add a neck on as well. Now, with the female hair, usually their hair is tied up. If it's tied up, you can go for basically the hair coming from the front and dropping down and doing it the same across that line. If you're doing a male, you always go from the back and do your line forward. So back to the front. So your line goes from the back and you build up to the front that way. Okay, so there's various ways of doing it. But if we're doing a female with her hair put down, we start from the center line and we work all the way around. So this is quite an easy way to do it, building up that. Now, really quickly, roughly drawn that out. But now, in order to make it more detailed, what you need to start doing is adding your shade, adding your tone, and going dark to light in certain places, and building that up. Okay, so once you've done that, you probably want to work on your eyes, adding a bit of tone to the eye. See that a bit more closely. Go from dark, fading out to light, just like in the previous video, dark to light. And you can do that across the whole thing, including the lips, including the nose. And then lastly, before we finish off, you can rub the dots out, you can rub the lines out, and really work on that. As a quick guide to doing your first portrait, if you've never really been good at doing them before, this is a really easy way of mastering that skill and then perfecting it the more you do it. Like I said, this is a really basic intro to doing it. I usually do this when I teach in a school with the secondary school students, but also as part of the brain art, we're doing this to try and get kids involved with using the maths. So again, we've got the quarter, the half, the 3/4 and 7/8, using fractions to help understand how we can apply that to art, but also helping them to understand things in the wider context as well. I hope that was useful to you. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.